Okay, how y'all doing today? This is your boy Leon with the Boys in the Hood Sports Talk. Today's topic, we're going to get to talk about Shador Sanders. Um, we're going to give a shout out to the Cleveland show because that's where we're getting this next video from that I'm about to show. I want y'all to see what the people say about Shador Sanders, and then we're gonna get into that. We're gonna break it down for y'all. So, first of all, we're gonna start out with this um, video from the Ultimate Cleveland Sports Show. So check this out.
But the guys who need the most work right now are the rookies. And that's not a knock on them. That's because they don't have pro experience. And then I would even say that Dillon Gabriel and Shedeur Sanders arrive at the NFL with pretty different levels of foundations. Not because of, this is not about where they can go. This is about where they can come from. And where they came from is Dillon Gabriel played for 3 schools, all sorts of offenses. It really had a much wider range of foundation, in my opinion, in terms of the offenses he was exposed to. And so I think he is a little bit ahead of Shedeur Sanders, and I think that's reflected in who's getting these snaps. So I would say, to answer your question, now that we have that context, the reason Shedeur Sanders is not getting first-team reps is because it's going to take a little bit of time before operationally and from a cadence standpoint and from a playbook standpoint, he is ready to excel then. And they're not trying to put him in a situation where it's just like obvious how unready he is for that.
So that was Jory Epstein. And then over the weekend, Charles Robinson wrote an article.
Okay,
the headline of the
hold on.
article was this.
Right here. We're gonna stop right here. All right. So, as you can see, she don't know what she's talking about for one. She say dealing with the 3 different schools, that's why he should have a better grasp of the offense. He went to 3 different schools because new starters came in and they had to get rid of him. So he had to transfer. They had people come in that was better than him. So he had to leave. That's why he went to 3 schools. And played 6 years. A lot of these guys leave after 3 years. And they out of there. Shador could have played another year. He could have gone another year, but he left early. Dillon played 6 years. He didn't have another year to play. So, they try to act like it was a plus because he stayed longer. No, there wasn't. And to think that Shador can't handle the offense, think about this. Pat Shurmur, his offensive coordinator, came from the NFL. The defensive coordinator came from the NFL. So all season long, he was looking at NFL defenses. That's what he was going against every day at practice. Plus, his father is Deion Sanders, one of the best defenders of all time. So to think that this young man doesn't know how to read defenses and can't come up with a playbook, like, come on, man. They trying to change the narrative. Okay, he playing good, he balling, so let's figure something else that we can blame him on. But anyway, let's keep going here and see what they talking about.
Shedeur Sanders can win the Cleveland Browns starting quarterback job. Here's how, from inside the building. And then he went on and wrote this, and you'll see it on your screen. Physically, Sanders can start in the NFL right now. Despite all the talk about the Colorado Buffaloes offensive coordinator Pat Shurmur utilizing a pro-style scheme that supposedly made Sanders more, quote, pro-ready than some other quarterbacks, I don't think that is proven to be the case. Not only is Sanders going to be mentally swimming with the complexity of an NFL offense, there's a lot of work to do with the basic terminology and verbiage used by Stefanski's scheme. In short, I don't believe Shurmur's Colorado offense had as much NFL overlap in either of those departments, which means that Sanders is going to have to learn from the ground up when it comes to something as simple as being able to memorize and spit out all the verbiage of an NFL play inside the huddle. That's hardly an unusual problem when it comes to a rookie quarterback, but it's a much bigger challenge when you weren't really operating a complex offense in college or calling complicated plays or protections in a manner that had a lot of NFL overlap. Sanders has to learn the Browns offense and then learn how to speak it and quickly so that he can get to the line of scrimmage and make his pre-snap reads. That was Charles Robinson.
So Mike, in the
Okay. Let's tap into that for a second. So now you trying to say he can't read the offense because he's not complicated. I mean, is this a racist thing? I mean, come on, man. So we saying the black kid can't learn? Is that what you saying? If that what you saying, say it. You saying the black kid can't learn, huh? Come on, bro. What about Dillon Gabriel makes you think that he's smarter than Shedeur? If he's passing the ball at 77% completion rate in these mini camps and stuff, he obviously has a understanding of the offense because a lot of this stuff is timing routes. He has to hit these people. They're doing out routes, in routes, dig routes. This is timing. So, like, what are we doing? Like, come on, man. Y'all reaching, man. Like, who is this dude anyway? Like, come on. And then I'm gonna tell you one thing y'all not realizing. If you listen to what they say, they're gonna say, I think, I feel like, in my mind, in my eyes. They're letting you know that these are their thoughts, man. It's nothing they saying to have no kind of sincerity to it. These are their thoughts. So just take it with a grain of salt, man, and just look at the production he's done. See, one thing I learned about Shedeur, because I've been following Shedeur since he's been at Jackson State. I used to leave work, come home on my Fire Stick, and watch every game. I haven't missed a game he's played yet. Even if I missed it, I went back and watched it. Just because I like Colorado and I like Deion Sanders. He was my favorite player. But I'm saying this to say this. If you know Shedeur, you know the number one thing that he is preparation. He's preparation. He studies plays. You see him on the sideline with the iPad looking over plays constantly. So to tell me that he don't know the play and can't get a grasp of the playbook is foolishness to me. Foolishness. All right, so let's go back and see what he was talking about.
When you sent the rundown to us,
Yes.
the
Can I
end.
do Jory's quote real quick before we do
All
that?
right, go ahead. Go ahead.
And then Jory, who wrote an article on the Browns quarterback battle, we heard what she said about Shedeur in the clip. She wrote more about Dillon Gabriel and his perspective in terms of picking up the offense. She said, quote, Gabriel's acclamation has impressed the Browns deeply. His high-level processing and 6-year college foundation has readied him to be treated, in some ways, basically like a veteran, Andrew Berry said. Reese praised Gabriel as a player who you don't ever need really to correct him twice. The first team reps he received in minicamp reflected his grasp with a Wednesday red zone needle threaded to receiver Jalen Gill in the back of the end zone, the type of anticipation the Browns want to see.
Hold on. Hold up. So I'm reading right here. Gabriel's acclamation has impressed the Browns deeply. His high-level processing and 6-year college foundation has readied him to be treated in some ways basically like a veteran. So I've seen people say that Dillon Gabriel doesn't even look like an NFL quarterback at all. He getting balls batted down at the line of scrimmage because he's 5'9" and under 200 pounds. Are you serious? Now, what I've learned is the reason why he has so many attempts. Think about it. When you're running over a drill, right? And if you do the drill correctly, you don't have to keep doing it over and over. They got Shedeur out there throwing these passing routes to these plays. He's connecting. He's passing at a 77 percentage. So we see him run. Oh, okay, Shedeur. Oh, come on. All right, you good. Dillon, all right, run that again. Run that again, y'all. Let me see that again. Run that again, Dillon. Let me see that again, y'all. Same group. That's what you do when you're messing up. You're going to get more plays because you're fucking up. So they want to see you doing over and over and over again, man. Come on, man. Think. You don't need to keep doing something that you already understand. So that's why y'all seeing him with his first team reps. And who's to say that Shedeur didn't get no first team reps? Because it was some of them practices that we didn't see. Okay? And first team, who's first team? I seen one reporter saying Jerry Judy is the only one out there of the first team. The line is not out there. They don't know who's going to be the running backs yet. And then Deontay Johnson, he's going to be a starter. I seen Shedeur throwing it to him. So what is this first team they keep talking about? It's crazy. Okay. So let's go back and see what they continue to say, because this is getting crazy.
From the room, she went on to call his processing like a machine.
All right. Now, first of all, most of what was said by both of them, outside of the Andrew Berry quote at the end on Dillon Gabriel, the rest of it is just speculation.
Just speculation.
None of it is based on inside information.
Thank you.
You know, Charles Robinson saying, well, Shedeur has a lot to pick up off the field. He may. I don't know. I have no idea how much he needs to pick up. I don't know him personally.
Hold on. And then they try to say Dillon has a command of the huddle. Really? He has a command of the huddle. What does that actually mean? Hey, y'all. Hey, come on, man. Everybody gather around. All right, look. This is going to be the play. Come on, bro. He got command of the huddle. Man, you guys get to the point where y'all say anything, man.
Not in the locker room. I have no clue. But he's just giving an opinion. He's not stating that as a fact. He said, in fact, he says in his, I mean, how would he know it as a fact? And he's not even citing, he's not like sources tell me or anything like that. He's just giving an opinion that a lot of people thought that Shedeur's offense made him more NFL ready. And his thought is, not so fast. That offense didn't necessarily make him NFL ready. He's not even saying that he's not NFL ready. In fact, he did say he thinks he's physically ready. He's speculating he might not be. And I think a lot of the speculation of people saying, well, maybe he's not ready behind the scenes, which may or may not be true. I think a lot of that's being said, guys, because he's not getting first team reps. Exactly. Now, that might mean nothing, but I think that's why people are.
Let me tell you another thing about these first team reps. Okay. Me, I coach football before, youth football. Now, sometimes I already know who I want to have as my position. Sometimes I recruit these guys. I know where I want them to be. But you got parents out here who's coming up to you and say, hey, I want my son to play running back. I want my son to try out as quarterback. Cool. We'll let him try out. So what I would do, usually I put those guys out first. And I don't want to say it, but I'm pretty much leaving them out there to hang themselves. I know they're not capable of doing this, being a starter. But maybe they could be a backup and do some things like that. But I put them out there first so the players, my other coaches, and the parents can see them running the ball, getting carries. So then after they go first, then I put the guys that I really believe in, who I really want to start in the game. Super difference. And you can see it. It's easy to see. So sometimes you got to put your guys out there first where you know going to do certain things. Then you come with your big dogs and you put them out second so you can see that there's a clear, no excuses. We don't have nothing. It's a big difference in these guys. And I can see that's what they do. And like I said, Dillon Gabriel was drafted in the 3rd round. So they got to try to save face and give him an opportunity first. So, and we can see what he's doing with his opportunities. Nothing.
Speculating that maybe he's got further to go in terms of that type of stuff. Well, but it's all just speculation.
Well, we talked about it last week. I said that could be that to me is the only reason why he ain't getting first team reps. Because, like I said, when you turn the tape on, it's clear as day. Anybody that see it is clear as day from him throwing the ball. But if it is, the only thing that could possibly be holding him back would be the playbook and how he's able to process it. I wouldn't necessarily.
No, that's not the only thing that hold him back. That's the only thing that y'all can talk about where we not knowing. It's the same thing. We're going back to the Giants, trying to say he wasn't prepared. because they know there's no way to gauge that. There's no way we'll know that. And Stefanko's not talking about stuff like that. He's a smart coach. I like what he's doing.
Say on the field he's slow processing because, as you can see, whether he know everything or not, he still is going to the right spot with the football. And everybody is saying, well, this is a guy that's not even taking check downs. He's throwing 20 yards down the field on the dig route. So it's not the processing of all of that. He when the ball is snapped, when he on the field, he understands everything. Now,
and I'm going to tell you one more thing, man. These people are going to make you not like Dillon Gabriel. And I have nothing against Dillon Gabriel. It's like the more they promote him, the more they talk about how he's better than Sanders, it makes you not like the guy, man. I ain't going to lie. Makes me not like him. But I don't have nothing against Dillon Gabriel. He's a Brown. I tell the people the Brown is my new second team. I'm a Cowboy fan. So we're going to be talking about Cowboys too. But I'm also a Deion fan, which makes me a Shedure fan, and a Travis Hunter fan, and a Jimmy fan, and a LaJohntay fan, and everybody else that come from the Buffs. Okay? I just like them. It's exciting football. I like entertainment. I'm the kind of guy, entertain me. Score a touchdown, do a dance, hit the gritty, do all that. I like that. That's what I want to be entertained. But I just wanted to touch bases on that topic today. That's going to be all for today. So I'm going to close it up, let y'all know that every day is a blessing, okay? What you did yesterday can reflect on you today, but as long as you're doing right today, then you're off to a good start for tomorrow. Keep that in mind. I'm going to see you later. Have a wonderful day. We out.